welcome or welcome back to our channel. I made it to California. I flew in yesterday to San Francisco and my sister picked me up and then we drove over to her house where we stayed the night, and then today we are packing back up to drive north to Oregon. We're gonna meet some of our cousins who we are really close with and grew up with and spend a few days together with them and go explore Crater Lake. And then on Saturday, we'll head over to the Oregon coast to see even more family and spend some good quality time over there. So super excited for this trip, excited to spend more time with my sister and my whole family. So come along, we're gonna hit the road for Oregon.
Stuck in traffic.
No!
On our long drive to Crescent, Oregon to meet up with our cousins, we made a much-needed pit stop in Mount Shasta. We filled up on gas and then grabbed some lunch at Yak's Shack, which was a super cute spot. We took it to go and enjoyed our food with a view of Lake Siskiyou. We then hopped back in the car and drove further north to our amazing cabin in Crescent. For our first night, we checked out a local spot with a lot of character, Manly's, which was one of the only, if not the only, restaurant in this very remote town. The next morning, we made breakfast, started a puzzle, and then headed over to Salt Creek Falls for a short but incredibly beautiful hike. Unfortunately, the rest of the trails, except for the one to the bottom of the falls, were closed for maintenance when we visited, but it was still well worth the trip. From there, we got back on the road and headed over to Bend, where we explored the town, checked out some breweries, and did some shopping. Back in Crescent the next day, we scoped out the Fawn Lake Loop Trail through the Deschutes National Forest. This trail was on the moderately challenging side, totaling about 8 miles with some inclines, most of which were nice and gradual. The lake views were beautiful, though Pretty Lake paled in comparison to Fawn Lake, in our opinion. After fighting through some mosquitoes towards the end, we rewarded ourselves with some lunch at the nearby Odell Lake Resort. We then headed back to our cabin, where we spent the rest of the evening posted up on the porch, playing games and laughing endlessly. The next morning, it was off to join the rest of our family in Lincoln City. We took a quick peek at a nearby hot springs on our way out of town, stopped in Eugene for a quick lunch, and then kept driving until we reached the coast. Our first few days together were some of the most joy-filled I've had in years. We reminisced and laughed and spent true, undistracted quality time together. It was the start of a trip I'll cherish forever. And by the time we made it to the beach, we still had a week to go. I'll catch y'all on the next one.